Live chat. Can anyone hear me? Hey Sandy, how are you? Can you hear me? I don't know if my earbuds are working or not. I'm gonna test them. Hold on. Can you hear me over here? I'm talking low. It's low? Okay. I don't know why they never work. Then they aren't connected. It must only be through my computer that they connect, so I'll just take them out. I have to use my phone then. It's okay, I'm not using my embroidery machine, so it'll work. I'll just move my phone over here so you guys can hear me. So, can you hear me now? I'm going to talk a little bit louder. I'll just have to move you guys around with me. This was kind of like impromptu live, so bear with me. We're going on vacation on, my husband and I, he planned a trip to Mexico and I'm leaving on Friday. So we're leaving Friday early morning and we're coming back Monday night. So I need to get at least these 11 orders out before we go to be safe, if you know what that means. So, you guys can't hear me? Okay. So this is just going to be kind of like a work with me. I have a lot of cutting to do and then I'll be doing a lot of sewing. So just kind of like a hangout. I wanted to talk, chat, work, all the things because I haven't been on here in a while. Just been kind of busy since I reopened the shop and orders are coming in very fast again. So thankful for that. But it's just been keeping me super busy. So I haven't been able to go live or make any videos. So sorry about that, but I'm here. So I just wanted to hang out with you guys and get to work. How is everybody? It's been a while. I know, Sarah, I'm excited because it's been a while since just the two of us have gone on vacation. So I'm super excited. I have a lot to do before then, but once we get there, we'll be able to relax and just kind of take it easy. So hi, everybody. Let's see who's here. Hi, Nancy. Hi, Sandy. Hi, Sarah. Hi, everyone. Honeymoon time? No, not honeymoon time. Just time alone, away from kids and life. So it'll be fun. Okay, so I haven't launched my Easter print yet. Although, did you guys know that Easter is super late this year? It's like the middle of April, April 15th, I think, or 16th. So we have plenty of time for Easter. I have my fabric coming. I already have it ordered. It should be here soon. but because I always leave one of my prints, or I shouldn't say always, if one of my prints does really well the year prior to the year I'm working on, I usually leave it. So like last year, my carrot, I don't know what it is about the carrots, but plain carrots sell so good. So I kept that up from last year. It's just been up all year long since last Easter, and I've been getting orders for that print for like 2 months already. So those are flowing. So I'm trying to get those out, and waiting on my current Easter print to come in. I ordered a boy one and a girl one. I was only going to do a girl one because the one I already have is gender neutral, but I decided I couldn't pick, so I got a new boy one and a new girl one, so I'm gonna have fun with it. And yeah, that should be here this week, I believe, so excited for that. But I have a bunch of carrot stuff to cut out right now, and just random stuff. So some of these are gifts, and I wanted to get those out before I left, just because I like to get the gift ones out as soon as I can, because they're obviously a gift and they're waiting on it. So it's the 17th. Okay, I thought it was like towards the middle of the month. Hi Megan, how are you? My hair is your guys' hair staticky? I live in Arizona. I don't know if it's just an Arizona thing, but my hair is so staticky lately. It's driving me nuts. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. 3 to 6 month leggings, romper and leggings, bummies, and leggings. Okay, so I'm gonna do the rompers first, just because I don't like cutting out rompers. So I'm just gonna get that over with. So I have 3 to 6, 6 to 9, and 6 to 9. So we'll do the 3 to 6 first. You guys, I am so excited because I found a company that's going to work with me on my patterns to make all acrylics. I got like my headbands cut from them to just kind of see what they would be like. And they're awesome. I'm so excited. So I've sent her my patterns to cut out, and she just got them yesterday, so I should get them in like a week or so. But they're pretty pricey, but in the long run, it's for the business, and it's going to make my cutting so much easier because it's going to be like 1/4 of an inch thick acrylics, and I can't cut them or ruin them or anything like that. So super excited for that. I won't have to deal with this like stuff anymore. So I'm like impatient, like I want it now. Okay, which one am I doing first? Set this right here. Is your brother there to help you cut fabric? No. So my brother moved. He doesn't live with us anymore, which is sad because now I have to literally do everything myself. So I've just been taking it slow, like not stressing because it's busy, but I mean, I can only do so much. So that's how I've set my mind. Like my mindset is just do what I can. So I do what I can when I can. Try not to overwork myself and stress about it because there's really nothing you can do. Stress just makes it worse. So I just try not to stress about it, and I try to enjoy it because if I'm stressed about it, I'm not enjoying it. So I just come out here and what I do is I put my orders right here that I need to do. And I know that those need to be done for that day. So I just kind of work through it and take my time with it and just put my love and attention into every single item that I make. Like I've always said before, just love what you do and then you won't be stressed about it. So he's not here anymore, which makes it a little bit difficult because I have to literally do everything. But it's kind of fun. I do love cutting. It just is time consuming and it's kind of relaxing though. I've kind of taken it to the next level on just kind of thinking, every little thing that I'm sending out is made by hand by me. So that's like a good thing for me to think about is that every single item that I've sent out is literally from me, not anybody else. So I just think about that part of it, and it just is kind of cool to be like, nobody else helps me anymore. But I don't know, in the future, if I do get busier, then I might have someone help me cut, because I feel like cutting is not easy to some people because you have to practice at it and get good at it, but it's one of the things that helps the maker. I'm just blabbing now, but you guys probably understand what I mean. Cutting is just the beginning times, it's time consuming, and if somebody could do it for you, then you could just get right to it and start sewing. So if I were to hire somebody, I would hire them to cut. So I'm in the UK, so normally you have to watch replay. So great to catch you live. Aw, Kelly, thank you for watching. But yeah, I just kind of popped on today because I'm out here working and I feel like I haven't been on in a while and I have a lot of work to do. So it might not be the most exciting live, but I figured I could just come on anyway. So I'm going to start with this one. This one's a mermaid one. So first, when my brother was here in cutting, I had him put scraps back behind me in these bins. So I'm going to go through these bins first and find some scraps. If I can't find any scraps, then I pull the bolt. So I already see that there are some in here. So like for cuffs or like the liners of anything, because these are really small like pieces, I can use these with scraps. So like right here, I don't know if this is going to be too small. So like these are the acrylics that I got. These are the testing ones. So I got my cuffs all made and my headbands. And I actually labeled these ones myself, but I had messaged her after and asked if she was able to label them for me, like etch it in there. And she said she could do that for me. So with all of my patterns that I sent to her, you won't see these labels on them. It'll just be on the acrylic. But these are what they look like. So each pattern that I have, she's going to be doing. So I'm super, super, super excited about that. And this is too small. But this is how I get rid of all of my scraps. You guys are probably like, oh, it takes so much time to do that. But I don't like to waste any of my fabric. So like I can cut one cuff out of this, and this can be used for a nursing pad because all of my scraps go to my nursing pads. So I use those to not waste any of my fabric. So this is when I take my time. I just kind of like, when I'm out on YouTube, I listen to my music or watch something and just cut, 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 cut. So I've been using one day to cut everything and then the next day sewing everything. So it's been working out pretty good. This bin up here, I keep boys and girls like separate, and those are for my nursing pads. So there's one. But these acrylics are going to be life when I get them. I'm so excited. Hey, Pro, I didn't see you on here. So most of these, like this one, these are all from when my brother lived here. So on my break from Christmas, I wanted to go through all of my stuff and kind of cut through it and see what would work and what wouldn't work for patterns. I didn't have time to do that, so that's what I've been doing like lately. Every time I cut something, I see like this works for this little liner, which is perfect. And then I've just been kind of going through each set of scraps to make it work. And also he kind of cut into my rompers. So I've had to like make sure and see, like right here, I don't know if you can see that, but he kind of cut the corner off right here. I don't know if you can see that, probably not, but he cut it off on accident, of course, but that's just stuff that I have to pay attention to when I'm cutting now. So like I've noticed when I've been sewing, the two pieces don't match up perfectly. So I've been making sure, like I'll show you how I've been doing it. I cut out my liner piece and then I'll go back over and make sure it matches up with the actual body piece because they haven't been lining up very great. So it just takes a little bit more time, but I want them to be perfectly matched up and not, rather than not, because then they don't fit correctly. So what I've been doing, so I cut that one, and then now I'm taking the front of this one because he cut it. So this one I can tell is good, but I'll just kind of line it up on here. And see, I can tell it's like 1/4 of an inch, like off right here. So when I go to sew it, it's not going to match up. So I just have been doing this. Now, when I get my acrylics, I had already traced out my design and sent it to her the way that it should be. So I won't have to do this once I get my acrylics in. So also excited about that part. But this makes a huge difference when there's like 1/4 of an inch off. So set that aside, set this aside. Okay, what else? Are you guys working? What are you guys up to? So I have so many random pieces in here that I just want to get rid of. But I don't see any more. I've been trying to put them all together, like as I see them, but I don't see any more of the kind that I need. See, like all these carrot ones I can use for the carrot that I'm going to be cutting. Did you guys have a good Valentine's? I don't know if you guys launched anything for Valentine's, but I had a really good launch. It was fun, but now I'm on to the next because Valentine's over now. It goes away like that. I made the kids all in their classroom. I made them those little heart things, those little heart bags. It took a while. It took me a long time because I had to make like 35 of them. And it was the first in the hoop project I'd ever done, but it was really fun. Learned some things along the way. So this is just going to be garbage because I can't do anything with that. But I always save the littlest pieces. You guys are going to make fun of me, but I do. Like this, I can't do anything with, so I'm going to throw that away. And then I'm going to take, this is done. Where did I put that other piece? Over here. Now I got to take the back and line it up. This takes so much time, you guys, but, and these look fine. So that's good. And it's mainly just like the front pieces, but you have to just, I don't know, I'm a perfectionist. Am I going to get lucky? I can get one piece out of this probably. Should probably turn this down. It's my son sleeping. Okay, sorry about that. I forgot he was on the monitor. Hey Courtney, hey Linda. I saw nothing Valentine's wise on my Etsy or Spoonflower. Aw, well don't give up, just keep doing it. Don't ever give up. So like right here, he cut the corner off, so I have to guess on what it was. It's just a straight line, but. I've been having fun like making other items too. Sarah, the teachers loved those coffee cozies that you made. I think those will be a good seller for you, so keep those up. I'm obsessed with mine. Okay, so I have to get out the roll because I don't have enough for the other piece. But I do save them because, where did I put the other ones? Right here. You can use them for cuffs, liners, you can use them for any little piece that you have. Sometimes I can even get like a headband out of them. I'm gonna put you guys right here. Okay. My room is like such a mess right now. I'm like all over the place because of Valentine's lunch. It was so dirty in here. Like, not dirty, but you know what I mean? Like stuff was just everywhere and I was like going crazy because, yeah, it was a lot. So when I only have one piece like this one, I'll show you what I do because I don't want to cut the whole thing off. I only have this one piece to cut. So I go like this and I know it's going to have to be on the fold. So I'll fold it over, give myself a little bit of extra room. And then I just cut up right here. That way I'm not cutting it all off. I don't think I have any more mermaids, do I? No mermaids. No mermaids. Andrew's still sleeping? Or are you taking him?
He's still sleeping.
Okay.
I figured we'd let him sleep. Is that okay?
Yeah, I'll just be checking in on the monitor.
Okay.
Okay.
That's good. Love you.
Sorry, my husband's going to get my daughter and older son from school. And my other son is sleeping. He's taking a nap. We kept him out of school today because he had to go get an MRI done. So they had to put him under, and so we didn't want to send him to school after that. Okay, one down. So then once I finish that, what I do is put it over on the other table because I have to then put on my stabilizer, because I put stabilizer on each, hold on, let me check this real quick. Give me one sec, I'm turning that off. There we go. Sorry about that. So on each of the corners, on all 4 pieces of the romper, I put a stabilizer on, so that for the wear and tear, because they take the buttons on and off, and it keeps it from ripping, because I've had it rip on me before I started doing the stabilizer. So I didn't want that to happen to my customers. So that is when I discovered to put stabilizer on them and keep them that way. So 6 to 9 and 6 to 9. And for now, I hang all of my rompers. What size is this one? That's a smaller one. I hang them on here, on these hangers, but I'll be getting rid of the hangers, and I have these S hooks that I'm using for the acrylic. So I'm going to be doing those once those come in. Sarah, I've been working on all the pieces for the cowboy material. So I haven't quite, I can't even talk, finished that yet, but it won't be long. I'm working on it. It's just taking a while because I had to do Easter. So yeah, but it's coming. What am I doing? 6 to 9. They're all like barely too small, but in this situation, I'm just going to perfect. Do you guys have like a certain way you do things, and if you don't do them that way, you're all like jumbled? So that's why you see me like moving around weird, because like I always have my order in front of me right here, but I don't want you to, I don't think you can see like anything on here. So I moved it over there, but then I'm cutting and then I'm over back and forth. So whenever I have something in a different spot, I get confused. I'm like, wait a second, because I do it the same way every single time. So it's confusing when I don't do it that way. Okay, so see, these pieces are like so weird. So I have to like figure out what to use it for. So this one can be the liner. This is my carrot print that is super plain, but super, like, popular. That wasn't too bad, but it was still off a little bit. So, where am I going? Over here. See? I did it again. That's my nursing pad stash over there. Like this I can get something out of. Nothing. This I can not get anything out of this time. See, I can't. Let's see if this will work. No. Okay. I try to get the most out of it, so if that's what you're looking at. You guys, I'm so excited about my acrylics. You have no idea. So this little piece right here, I can use for my bummy leg, my little cuffs on my bummies, because they're really thin. So I will keep that. And then this is finished. I'm going to check and see if they line up. Almost. Just a little. I put all new cutting mats down so they're nice and new. I taped a video of that, or recorded a video of like me cleaning the shop and organizing and everything. I just haven't had time to edit it and put it up yet, so I guess I can't say I have it because it's not done. Okay. So I have these two pieces I need to cut out. I'm going to grab that. I'm going to need to roll out my other one probably, because I don't have that much on this. I don't have much left on here, I should say. So in this case, because I need 2 of these, I'm just gonna cut the whole thing off. Probably right here. I'm nervous to open my Etsy shop with less than 30 items, that it won't be enough. Don't be nervous, just open it anyway, and you can keep adding to it. I mean, you do want to have more than that, but obviously it takes time. So I say open it and then just keep progressing each day, add something else, or add 1 or 2 items, or whatever. What you can also do is you can add the same item, you know, duplicate it, but make a different profile picture for it. Change some things in it. Even though it's the same listing, you can change things about it. You can change the color of it. You can change just the profile picture. Like, that'll make another listing. Obviously, you're gonna have to pay for that additional listing, but it's 20 cents. And if it's 20 cents to help your business grow, then I think it's worth it. So another tip that I do is I renew my items on a weekly basis. Which helps the algorithm of your shop. It helps boost you if you renew your items. They show up faster, you know, in the search engine. So I always renew my items, not all of them. Sometimes I do just the ones that I want people, like if I'm like, oh, I want to make loveys today, I'll renew all my loveys or whatever. Like, just make sure you're constantly active with your Etsy, and the more active you are with it, the more attention it's going to get. You can't just list stuff and let it sit there and expect for you to get sales. You have to be active with it and just keep working on it on a day-to-day basis. Even if you go into a listing every day and go into a different listing and edit it, change words in it, just go in there and do different things with it, that's considered working on your shop. Etsy considers it that. So you don't even have to add new things. You can just go in there on a day-to-day basis and edit stuff, and then they're gonna think you've been working on your shop. It's kind of like a mind game. So, but you can't just not do anything with it. You have to be active with it. Like, even when I was on my vacation mode, I still went in there and like did stuff. I added stuff, I edited stuff, I did stuff. So it's a business. You got to act like that. You have to be in that mindset that you got to work on it. It's not just going to come full throttle for you. I watch Handmade Alphas and they have good videos on SEO and algorithm or Etsy. I've never heard of them. No, I've never heard of them, but I believe you. I've never heard of them. I should look them up and see, because SEO is a tricky thing, man. You think you know it and then it changes. So you got to stay up to date on that for sure. So after I cut these rompers out, we're gonna have a lot of stabilizer to put on these. So I'm just gonna set them all over here. And this one goes with this. We have this one, we have this one. I have a couple of shirts that I need to send out. Happy Wednesday. I added new things, but now I'm not sure what to add next. I have 46 items currently. Just keep adding. You don't have to make up different products. Just, you can use like, just different colors. Get different colors because everyone likes to see different, the same. And like for me, like with my loveys, I keep adding new prints and patterns, and it's just, everyone has different items. So you just have to keep, you don't have to add different things, just different variety of the same thing is what I mean. Okay. If you do or want to add like a custom listing, like do that. Like that's considered a listing. I have a custom listing, I have a rush order listing. Just add like different stuff. Sarah, are you planning on only doing like seasonal stuff? Because for right now, I think that's all kind of, well, besides like the cozies and stuff, you've been focusing on seasonal, like holiday stuff, which is awesome because a lot of people don't really have that. So you just gotta be patient with it. It'll take time, but I mean, once you get discovered, you're gonna get discovered. I've been telling everybody about those coffee things because I think that's a really good thing to have. Okay, I don't want to get confused. I'm gonna put this right here. When I start talking, I get confused on what I'm doing. This order has 4 items, so I'm just gonna stack them. And right here, I can probably get one of these cuffs. Maybe? No? Ugh, it's like barely. Boo. But I can with this, probably. Actually, I'm going to do the back. It probably looks like I'm coming close to my fingers. I promise I'm not. Watch, this is going to be barely too small. It's always barely too small. Yeah, it's like 1/4 of an inch too small, but that 1/4 of an inch will kill ya. Okay, so this is a pain in the butt, but I have to do it. This is the one that was fine. Okay. Here's that. So I know just by the amount of rompers I've cut out in the last few years that when I unrolled this and cut that whole thing off, I knew I had 2 6 to 9 month rompers to cut out because I looked at it before I cut that. And B, I know that cutting out it off the bolt the way I did, basically one full side is one romper and one full side is the other romper. So I knew I was gonna get 2 rompers out of cutting that off. So I basically got all the pieces that I needed for this romper except for the cuffs. But the cuffs I'll grab from my scrap fabric behind me. So I'm not left with much other scraps. That is one thing that I am, I guess, looking forward to with me cutting now and not my brother. Not that I'm talking bad about what he was doing at all, because I was super thankful for that. But he wasn't as patient as I am in the cutting process, so he would just grab the bolt and cut from it, and then that's how I got left with all this scrap back here. He would forget to go through that first and then cut what he needed to. He would just go to the bolt and start from there. So I'm trying to get rid of all that scrap fabric instead of just grabbing more fabric from the bolt. So hopefully that made sense. Okay, so this, don't know if that's gonna work either. Do you guys talk to yourself when you're working? I always talk to myself. I think I've asked you guys that before. I always forget too what I talk to you guys about on my lives. So I probably repeat myself and I apologize, but it is what it is, right? Okay, so I need one more of these and then I need a romper, one of the liners. So I'm pretty sure I can get barely, but barely works. I might get super lucky. I don't know. No, this, it has to be the right way because the carrots have to go up, and if it was a non-directional, it would totally work because I have this right here, but it's a directional fabric. So I've actually thought about, hey, I'm on a live, just so you know. That's my daughter. She just turned 16, so she's all independent now and she can drive by herself. So she picks herself up. Anyway, I was thinking about, because my business is like all organic and blah, blah, blah. So I was thinking with my front romper liners for the directional fabric, if I wanted to state in the description that if your liner is not the right direction, it's because I'm trying to save fabric. And you don't see it anyway because it's on the front of the romper inside, so you're not going to be able to see it. But I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, I feel it's like A and B. Like, I feel good about it because I'm saving fabric and not wasting it by using it for a piece of liner that you're not going to be able to see. But then also the OCD side of me is like, no, it has to be the right way. So I can't do that. What do you guys think? How do you feel about that? I don't know. Tell me. Can you guys hear that? We have horses and donkeys next to us, and they are always making noise. It's so funny. One. Let's see. Right now I am doing a lot of seasonal things just because there is a lot of things I thought would go with the holidays coming up, and I'm going to have to figure out other things coming up. I shared one of your Facebook posts to my group, but I don't make clothing anymore, so hopefully some of my customers will start shopping with you. Aw, thank you so much, Andrea. That's so sweet of you. Can't wait for my 4-day weekend to craft. I'm ready tomorrow and then off for 4. Yay, Marissa. I know, isn't it so much fun? I love coming out here and just being able to do whatever. Yeah, I don't know, because a lot of people do like offset the actual print on the romper with their cuffs. Like they'll do like a solid cuff or a solid neckband or whatever and do that. But I think like for me, I don't know, like I don't like change, so I'm very like, what I've done is how I want it, I guess I could say. So like all of my leggings, rompers, bummies, all of my outfits have had the matching cuffs all along, and so like if I change it, I feel like I'm gonna have to change all of them, and I don't really want to do that. So I mean, I guess some people do like the variety, but I guess I just like the way it is. So I thought about doing solids, but then I just always push it back and I'm like, no, I just want to keep it the way it is. I like the matching cuff with the matching, because it's just like one suit, like one whole piece. I don't know. That's just, I don't know. That's just me. Okay, so now we have a raccoon. Don't know if I have raccoons in here. I think I might have some. There's a little bit. Don't need a lot, but I need enough. I think there's some in here. Also, I have to pay attention because sometimes when I order spoon flour, the like this is the same, but sometimes they come and they're different, like they're different shades. So I have to pay attention. But like, why would my brother put that in here? It doesn't, there's nothing I can cut with that. So these need to go in here. I just need to go through all these bins and just organize. So I can use this for like the liner and the cuffs. So this is what I've just been doing, you guys, just slowly cutting stuff. Here's a print that I love. I don't know if you guys can see that. I think I've shown you guys before. I haven't been able to do anything with it because I made my son a pair of leggings, which he actually wore today, ironically. And I loved it. It was for Christmas, but I never got to upload it or do anything with it. So yeah, just stuff like that that I just don't have time for. And I have so many prints that I just don't do anything with because I haven't had time to sew things up. So hopefully I'll be able to do that sooner than later. Doesn't look like I have any. All right, well, let's see what we can get out of here. I know I can get these, this one at least. If you guys have a question for me, highlight my name because I can't, my computer's over here. One, we're done with this. It's like a quarter of an inch too short. That stinks. Oh well. I'll use it for my cuff. Oh, and also, do you guys see this? He would cut extras off and leave them in here. So, I mean, I guess I can use these, but So I guess I'm just kind of organizing and cutting at the same time. Is this gonna fit? Wow, we're getting lucky. So I do wholesale orders for my nursing pads. That's why I put them back up here. I mean, I also sell them on my site. So whenever I get an order, I just grab and go. So that's why I cut these while I'm cutting fabric out. That way I don't have to cut them later when I get an order. It's just they're already cut. And I just have to cut the circles out. Okay, so this is done, that's done. I need a front, I'll do back. My son might come in here because it's just a thing that he does every day. He gets home from school, he'll come in here and say hi. So if he comes in, sorry about that. Here he comes, I can hear him. Hi. I know I'm alive.
I know, I just said hello live. Yeah, I just got home from school. It was so much fun. Absolutely loved it.
Another one?
Well, you said you needed coffee to keep you going through the day, and you spilled a good chunk of your last one.
I did.
I'm saying.
You guys, they spoil me. Thank you.
My friends like loved the jackets so much. They were like showing everybody, showing off our pictures.
I gotta go. I got my phone call.
Okay,
Love you.
Is
Andrew still sleeping?
Yeah, can you keep an eye on Andrew? Because he had an MRI today, so he's kind of wobbly.
Yeah.
But he's sleeping, so he should be waking up here soon. You can wake him up at 3:30 if he doesn't wake up. Okay. Do you have your sweater so I can show them?
Yeah, we get it.
Okay.
We're all gonna
I made my daughter for Valentine's Day. I made her and 6 of her girlfriends sweaters yesterday, and they were all fill stitch, so it was super easy. The machine just did everything for me, but they took forever because it was a pretty large design. And she ordered them, so she just got them off of Amazon, but they're just the Gildan sweaters. But it was super easy. Like, I used the same stabilizer, same everything, and I've never embroidered on pretty much anything except for children's shirts. So I didn't change anything. I was just like, well, I'm just gonna do what I know, and it worked out. So that's what she was saying, that everyone loved their sweaters. So it was just like a Valentine's gift that she wanted to give them. She picked out the design on Etsy, and I just did it from there. They turned out super cute though. Hold on, let's see here. I just got confused. Okay, so back, that, okay. question about the cam snap. I use snaps and want to make holes into grommets, but I don't know what sizes to get without getting the whole set. Do you use certain sizes? Let's see. Do you embroidery cutter? Hey Lisa, Quilter Select. Yeah, so this is not a new rotary cutter. This is the one I've had forever, but it's the Quilter Select. It's my very favorite. I don't usually use anything else. The only other one I really like to use is this small Alpha one. When I'm doing like my bunnies, like small corners, I like this one. And Marissa, snap press. I use size 20. That's the only size I use. So I don't know if that helps or not, but I get all of my stuff off of Etsy. I love big buttons and size 20. But here's the sweater that I made her and all of her friends. Isn't it so cute? So I made 6 of these. And it doesn't look like that big of a design, but it took forever for each one, like over an hour, because it's all fill stitch. So turned out super cute though. Did they like it though?
They literally loved it. They were like going around like showing all the teachers and like everybody. They were like, "Oh, did you see what Riley got for us? Did you see what her mom made?" And then because they went to Miss Jangle. And she's like, "Did you see what Riley's mom made us and like what Riley gave us for Valentine's Day?" And Miss Jangle loved it.
Aw. Okay, so you're welcome. I'm getting confused because I'm not concentrating.
Okay, I'll stop bothering.
Okay, love you.
Love you.
Okay, front. Front, front, front. Okay. Now, is this gonna fit? It's not gonna fit, watch. I didn't get that lucky. Nope. She left. She's like, I'll stop bothering you now. I'm gonna go this way. I'm getting hot. It's hot in here now. I was freezing. This is what happens when I go live. I just like get, it's not nervous, but I just don't stop talking, so. And it's weird saying that. I don't get nervous anymore because I wanted to literally throw up when I did lives at first because I'm not like I don't like to talk like in front of an audience, so I get really like nauseous. But lately, or since I've been doing lives, I just like, I don't really get nervous anymore. It's weird. I think it's because I feel like I know you guys because it's like the same people. And you guys like know my personality and like who I am. So it doesn't make me that nervous anymore. I still get like, I don't know what the word is. Not confused, but I still get all like jumbled everywhere. Like when I'm live, like I can't concentrate. I can't get like in my rhythm that I do when I'm not on live. Like I'm not as productive when I'm live. Sandra, you can attest to that. I get a lot done when we talk, and when I'm on the live, I don't really get that much done. But it's fun, so that's it's okay. I don't think these are gonna fit. This might fit. No, that's not gonna fit. Okay. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, so what else for this one? This one is 69 as well. Okay, so we're done with this one. I mark them off as I go when they have multiple. So this one has 4 items. So as I cut them, I'm marking them. That way I know they're cut. So. Tiger. I'm going to press this because I don't want to cut it when it's all wrinkly. Let me press this really fast. It's not perfect, but it's way better. My refill blades for your cutters. All brands are pretty much standard. Mine for screws and use. Sharing with refills from Hobby Lobby. You do create, you wouldn't have noticed any discomfort on your lab to do these things. Oh yeah, I mean, I've come a long way, but I used to be so nervous in the beginning, like so nervous. So my cuffs, I use my same size cuffs for my leggings and my rompers. So they're not different, they're all the same, no matter what I'm making. Obviously, bummies are different size because they're not as thick. They're a thinner cuff. But I use my same sizes for rompers and leggings. I don't know if I can use this. It's like literally right on the edge. Also, I was thinking about when I was reading about the blades. I love this Quilter Select handle, but I just got these new blades on Amazon. They're the Madame Sew ones. I don't know if you guys have tried them. I have some of their like attachments for the sewing machine from way back in the day when I had my brother, Project Runway. And I liked them, so it's like, okay, well the reviews were good, so I'm gonna try them because I kept getting these other ones. I can get the really good blades that come with this, but they're far. They're like 45 minutes away from me, so I don't get them, and I can't get them online, or at least I can't find them. So anyway, I ordered the Madame Sew ones, and they only came in a 5-pack. I can't remember how much they were, but this blade has been awesome. I haven't had to change it yet, and I cut a lot, so I'm liking this blade. I go through a lot of blades. My other ones, I would hit like just any like crack in the mat and it would like dent the blade because they were so like brittle. I don't know. I don't know if this is gonna work. Maybe. Ooh, we got lucky. Like a 1/4 of an inch lucky. Oh, do any of you guys know where I can find a mini weight just like this one? This one is, I love these, but I want a small one that's like half the size. Not half the weight, just half the length, because like when I'm doing my bummies, the bummies are so little that I need a small weight. And I know you can get like fabric weights and all that, but I just really, really like this weight. I don't like those little weights. I have a bunch of them and I just don't prefer them. I prefer these, but I haven't really researched, so I guess I can't say I can't find it, but you know what I mean. Okay. So, what is it? 15.5. That goes in there. Okay, so that's that order. And then I just have I have to do a lovey blanket for this one as well. And then there's no name on it, so I guess I can see if I have one in here. So under here I keep scraps for like my blankets and stuff like that. So I just did a football one today, and there's enough for like 2 more loveys on here. So I just fold them and put them back in the bin. So before I go pull another piece of fabric from the dresser that all the minky's in, I go through this basket right here to see if I have any. So they want a blue dino lovey, which is an old one. So I don't know if I'm going to have any in here, but we can check. Always check to see. There's a lot of different ones in here. Pull some of them out. You can fit a lot in these things. Don't see any. Boo. That means I have to cut it. Yeah, don't see any. And did you guys know that when it's your minky, when it's wrinkled, I heat press it right side down. So you don't want to heat press the minky. I do the back side, and I press it for like 3 seconds, and it literally absorbs all the wrinkles and gets all the wrinkles out of your minky. You don't want to do it too long because you'll burn it, but if you do it for 3 to 5 seconds real quick, all the wrinkles come out. So I'll do that later. Usually when I have an order that has a lovey in it, I do the whole order first, and then I do the blanket. I wanted to show you guys, I don't know if you can see, I'll take you for a little tour really quick. So let me just unplug my phone and turn you guys around the other way. So, well, I think I showed you guys, I got this little table right here. I haven't put anything in it yet because it's pretty much new, so I haven't done anything with it yet. But I wanted to show you guys, my dad came over the other day and he put the handles, hardware, I don't know what you call it, handles on all of my stuff because I didn't have them on. It didn't come with them on. So I was having such a hard time like pulling them like out. So he put all those on for me. And he did this side too. My room is such a mess, you guys, so don't judge. But I got more of these down here because I'm gonna make room up there. I got like a whole stack of them to put up here for my sublimation shirts because I got a whole box of shirts and I have some more coming. So I gotta do some organizing, guys. I want to get another one of these things because I love this shelf thing right here. All of this needs to go. Like it just needs to go. So, and that's just hangers from when I did markets and stuff. So lots of cleaning and organizing that I need to do, but we're getting there. We are getting there. My dad came over, he raised my table, so it was lower and I was having a hard time like just really being productive because I was uncomfortable. And I'm like, there has to be a way to raise this table. So he raised it for me and fixed both my pedals. So now it just sews like a dream. It was easy before and I loved it, but I was like, there's gotta be a more comfortable way for me to sew. So he fixed it. Gotta love the dads. So anyhow, put you back up over here. And let's see here. I think I'm gonna put you guys like on my tripod so I can just like walk around because I think I'm done. What am I talking about? I'm not done yet. But, let's see. Where did you get those bins that are together where the big bins are you're going to get rid of? The gray ones? If you're talking about the gray ones that the bins come out of, I got those on Amazon. That little bin thing is, I think like $200, but I love it. It's super sturdy. It has like the tabletop on top of it, so I can put stuff on top of it. Like you see the bins on it, and it's super like heavy duty. So I want to get another one of those. But yeah. So. Is that a new serger that your dad fixed the table on? Tammy, it's not super new. I think I got it. When did I get it? Before Christmas. I can't remember exactly when I got it. So it's like a few months old, but I can't believe I waited this long to get it. So if you're on the fence on getting one, I would suggest getting one because I like don't even use my other ones anymore. I feel bad for them. I actually used my Baby Lock Celebrate the other day just to use it so it wasn't just sitting there forever. But my Juki, oh, I love that thing. I actually want to I want to replace my COVERSTITCH with a Juki one. So that's my next purchase. We'll see when. But yeah, my husband keeps saying, I thought you're done. I thought you're done. I'm like, I'm never done. Yeah, I think it's linked, Deborah. I'm not sure, but if it's not linked, I can link it for you. I got it a while ago, but I love that. I love that cabinet. It's super convenient. But I do have to say that it is an open container, so I store bags that are, or shirts that are in bags in there, so they're not out in the open. That's the only downfall on that cabinet, but it's amazing. Okay, so we're done with that. Six to 9 months, 3 to 6 months. I forgot about these other ones over here, so we're gonna have to. 6 to 9 months bobbins. There we go. You gonna work?
Yeah.
Alright. Good night. Text me when you get there. It is not listed. Okay. Here, let me link it for you real quick. Yeah, so I got the one, I measured it out, and it's exactly 36 inches high, which I knew that being on top of the shelf, it would be just high enough for me to reach it, because I'm short. So it's the 36-inch high one. Okay, let me know if that works. Marissa, your sons help you a lot. That's so awesome. I hope my sons do that when they're older. You guys, thank you. It's been a lot of work in progress, but it's starting to become what I've envisioned. I still want to do this whole side of my room. I have a lot of ideas for this stuff, but that'll take some time, so we'll see. All right, let's get to work. I also want to paint my table. I don't want it green anymore. I just want to paint it white to match everything else, but that'll also come in the future when I have a second to do stuff. Three to 6 months. that link work? There's pretty much a bar in my fridge. You guys just don't see that part of it. Well, let them know you sent this over and they'll send you some for your QB discount. Aw, thank you. I know, trust me. Coffee bar. Seriously. You guys, I'm on my third coffee today from Starbucks. Call me crazy, I know. But I had to be up at 4 o'clock this morning to be at Phoenix Children's Hospital for my son's MRI. Our check-in time was at 5:30. So it's been a morning, or it's been a day. So I had one coffee there. We got another one on the way home, which my son was very like floppy from being put under. And he knocked my coffee over, so half of it got spilt. So I technically have only had 2. And then I just got this one. So I'm winning today. Do you guys have a certain spot that you always cut in? I have this huge table and I always cut right here. I don't know why. Or usually like right here, but the end of the mat is right here, so I like to like be in the center. But then also this has an overhang, so I don't like to put weight on it. So I'm always right here cutting. I do move my mats around every now and then, so they don't get ruined too bad. I swear they've raised the price on everything. Those little Fisker scissors are like $20 at Joann's right now. They're so expensive. So I don't buy them anymore. I buy the other ones. The little rainbow ones that I showed you guys last time. I love those ones. Put these away. I told my puppy and I needed a bathroom and a mini kitchen, my space in our basement, and it's all totally doable. I can hear coffee. I do right now, I'm so tired. That would be awesome if they had those. I'd be like plugged in every day. I swear I live off of coffee. I would show you guys the little coaster things that I'm talking about that Sarah makes. I don't have one in here, so I can go grab one. But they also don't fit this little one. Usually I get a venti. So when I drink a Starbucks coffee, I get the big one. So she made it specially for the venti size cup. So it's too big for these ones. But they're amazing because I hate when my hands are cold. Although it feels really good right now. But in the mornings when I'm super cold, there's a fly. I hate holding it. So anyway, she made me the little thing for my cup. Okay. So we're done with carrots for now. Actually, I need to look in here and see. Not enough. Can you guys hear me when I'm talking over there? Because I feel like I'm screaming. I don't know if you can hear me or not. But I wanted to show you. So here is like an example. So this is my, this is the organic cotton that I'm using for the leggings that I'm cutting out right now. So it's just my like tiger print. I think it's super cute for boys. This is my darkest print. I usually stick with the lighter background, but I really liked this because I love like the linen kind of look in the background. But then I order every print that I have, you can get in a minky as well for like the baby blankets or loveys. So this is the baby blanket, the minky. So I put the name on it. So it's the same, but for some reason, the minky is always way brighter than the organic knit. Have you guys noticed that if you do that too? So this is the minky and this is the organic cotton. They're both super amazing in person, but the minky is always way, way brighter. So just wanted to share that. So I did before I went live, I embroidered all my lovey blankets first because I knew I wasn't going to be able to do that on the live. I'm going to move you guys closer so you guys can not have to scream. Who is it, Lisa? Hip Kid? Hip Kid is my favorite. So pretty much all my designs are from Hip Kid. A few of them that I have aren't, but pretty much 90% of my fabric is from her. And sometimes I'll just be looking on Spoonflower, like just scrolling, and I'll be like, ooh, I really like that one. And then of course it's hers, so we must just have the same taste. I don't know. But every time I go to pick one out, like for example, my Valentine's prints, they were both hers and I didn't know that. I just picked them and they happened to be hers. And I messaged her because we talk on Instagram and I was like, both of these are yours and I didn't even know that. So we must just have the same taste. That's good for one. So for some reason, this tiger print hasn't sold for a really long time. And now it's just like one after the other. I'm telling you, if you guys have like a certain print that does that and you're like, oh, it's not selling, it will sell. It just like, I don't know, Etsy and algorithm is so weird. Like it just, everything is, you have to be patient. Etsy is a platform you have to be patient with. Where did you get the cabinets for your fabric storage? Tall white ones. I got those on, what's it called? IKEA. So they don't look like that online because, let me show you. I had to do some like configuring because I had an idea. Let me just show you. So online, when you look at it, let me stand back a little bit. These shelves up here, if you look at it online on IKEA, they're in the center right here. So originally I wanted them so that I can put like my buckets in the middle right there. But what I didn't know is that, let me open this so you can see it. So what I didn't know when I ordered them was that when you put them together, this shelf goes in the middle down here online. But then if you bring that down there, your shelf comes here. Well, then my bolts wouldn't fit because the door would shut on it. It wouldn't shut in there. So we had to like do it a little different. So I'm like, well, what if we just put the shelf on top like that? And it would be useless basically, but it works for my bolts, if that makes sense. So now I have the bottom and the top to put all the bolts in. So I do boy and girl, and then I do the same thing over here, but like seasonal and whatnot. So if you find them on IKEA, they don't look like this. The shelf is in the middle of it, but I love them. So sometimes you just kind of have to like do it you have to like think outside the box is what I always say. I gotta plug my phone back in. I'm always afraid my phone's gonna die. Do you do Shopify? Think about doing them, but not sure for webpage or GoDaddy. It needs to be easy to use for me. So, okay. I don't know if you guys know because I haven't really like talked about it, but remember when I launched my last website? So that was like what, over a year ago. So not this last December, but the one before. And I really haven't done much with that because I wasn't super thrilled with it, I guess. I wasn't happy. We were just kind of going back and forth on it and stuff. And I just kind of like let it go and didn't do much with it. I had hired web designers to do my website for me and all that. I think I talked about it like a year ago. I was so excited, da-da-da-da-da. Well, it didn't really go great. So in January, I told them that I was just going to kind of go my separate way, that I didn't really want to do the website anymore. I was just going to do my own thing. So previously, before I hired them to do my website, I had GoDaddy. GoDaddy is super, super easy. The only thing is, I don't think you can connect it with Facebook or Instagram to do that shop button. And my whole goal was to have that shop button because I'm active on Instagram. Social media is huge with small businesses, so I wanted that. And I didn't get that with GoDaddy or my website, so that was discouraging. So my whole point on having my own website besides Etsy was that little shop button where people can just click on it, go to your website and buy it. If you post something and they're like, ooh, I really like that, it would be easy for them to just click on it and go shop. That was my intent on having my own website. So fast forward to January, I decided to go my own way with my website. I just told them I was done. I didn't want to, keep going on with them. So we canceled that. I chose to go with Shopify. So I currently have Shopify as my website host, and I'm loving it. It took me, I'm not going to lie, I wasn't familiar with it because I'm so not tech savvy. You guys know this. So I did, if you go to my website, after we got off this live or whenever you decide to look at it, I did everything myself. I had zero help. Like everything was done by myself. So if there's an error, please let me know. If you see a mistypo or anything like that, please let me know because it took me so long to do it, but it's getting there. I still have some things to change on it, like pictures and whatnot, updating listings and all that good stuff. But I was able to upload straight from Etsy all of my listings, and the only thing I had to do, It was a pain because I had to go and change pricing. It transferred everything and all the pictures and stuff, but what it didn't do was transfer the quantities, and then it didn't transfer different prices. So like for instance, my loveys are 2 different prices. They're one price for just the lovey, and they're an additional price for the lovey with an embroidered name or personalization on it. So it only transferred the one price, which is the lower price, obviously. So I had to go into every single listing and upload or change the pricing and do all that. So every listing I have, which is a lot of listings, I had to edit all the prices. I had to edit like just random different things in it. But for the most part, it was plug and go, and it was pretty easy. I was able to pick my colors and everything. So I would love your guys' feedback on it. If you wanted to go check it out and let me know what you think. If you think that something's wrong or I need to change something, please just email me, let me know. But yeah, so I have Shopify and I'm absolutely loving it. It was kind of hard for me to figure out how to set up Facebook and Instagram on there because again, I've never done it before. So it was kind of a process. It's an easy process, but it's kind of like figuring it out on your own sort of thing. So I'm good now. I have it set up. Still kind of getting used to the tagging and tagging the photos and the items, I guess, the products when I post. So sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, and it's just because I forget, or I'm like, oh, I forgot to do that, and you can't go in and edit it if you do a story and whatnot. So it's just a lot of getting used to that I'm not familiar with. So I would definitely recommend Shopify for what I've used of it and know of it so far, but I've only been on there for, I'd say like 3 weeks actively. It took me a good like solid 4 days. Doesn't seem like a long time, but I was on the computer from like 9 o'clock in the morning until like 6 o'clock at night, like literally on the computer. So it took me a while, but I'm very satisfied with the outcome. And like I said, there are still some things that I need to do that right now it's just, it's there, it's live, and I'm working with it as I go. But the plugins are super easy. I was able to add gift wrapping, which was super difficult to add on my last website. And I don't know why it was so difficult because it was so easy for me to do. I literally just went into Shopify, I looked up gift wrapping options. I bought the plugin. I think it was like $4.99 a month or something like that. And I'm like, I get pretty much on my website, like every other or every 2 orders is a gift, and they choose gift wrapping. So for me, it was a hit. Some people might not think so for their business, but for me, it definitely was a must. I needed the gift wrapping option, so I paid that. And I don't even think it was a month. I think it was annually. It was something ridiculous. And I'm like, okay. And then what was the other option that I did? The other option was, it was gift wrapping, and there was one other one. Oh, it was syncing reviews, because obviously when you start a brand new website, you don't have reviews like accounted for. So I was able to download an app on Shopify that synced all of my reviews that I've had on Etsy, which is a lot of reviews, and just sync them up with my Shopify account. So if somebody had wanted to see my reviews, it was either they didn't see any reviews or they get to see all my Etsy reviews. So I synced those together, and now when you look at the very bottom of my website, you can see all of my reviews in one place. So that's pretty cool. But it's just, yeah, I mean, I'm liking it. It's a lot of work, but I mean, what isn't a lot of work? Everything's a lot of work. So you can't think of it that way. Think of it for the future. That was a lot of talking, sorry. think you're doing great. I was looking at your spoon flower the other day. It's a lot of hard work. I mean, drawing is so hard. So you're doing awesome. Just keep going. Like when you're laying in bed, when you're sitting on the couch with your kids, or whatever, when you're having downtime, just start drawing. Honestly, that's what I do when I'm hanging out on the couch, if we're just having quiet time or watching a movie or whatever. I kind of just research, like if I want to add something to the shop, or if I'm thinking of doing something with my shop or whatever. That's my time that I just kind of chill and research. And then you don't have to like waste, not that it's wasting, but you don't have to spend other time doing it. And not taking away time from your kids, but if you're just sitting there just hanging out, might as well. Okay, I think we're done with leggings. Hi, Narelle, is that how you say your name? Thanks for joining us. Yeah, well, I think you should do whatever makes you feel like it might be easier. GoDaddy is super simple, but like I said, that was the first website I ever had, and it was super, super simple, but you can't do the shop feature, which is what most people want, and that's like Shopify's specialty. So if you're wanting that feature, I would say go with Shopify. Also, you can personalize Shopify. Like I took the plunge and I bought a theme. They call it a theme. So you can choose what you want your website to look like. There are free ones, so you don't have to pay for it. But of course, I did. I wanted my own. I wanted my own theme that, obviously they all look similar, but I wanted to be able to do my own thing. So I did. And you just have this envision on what you want it to look like. Why did I just put that away? I'm so ridiculous right now. Ugh. You guys, I'm all over the place right now. That's okay. See, I like to use with my bunnies because I have this little curve right here. And I just like this little one for that. I do have to press harder with this though. I don't know why. It's just a different... It's just different. No. was too busy talking. Again, I'm not paying attention. That I need to get this back out. Just a little bit. So, I think. It's not big enough for that though. So how do I want to do this? I know what I'll do. I'm going to cut this. For that. And then we're gonna do it this other way. Because I can use that other part for a cuff or something. Let's see here. I started talking to you and I forgot you were live. That's funny. You're funny. How's my battery doing? Oh, I gotta plug this in. This is getting, what is my phone at? Let's see here. Sorry guys. I think I'm good for a minute. What does this use? This uses well, I'm going to be coming over here anyhow, so I'm just going to put my computer right here for now. Switch off when I need to. Yeah, like this video, please. It helps me out a lot. I know I'm not always active on here, but I appreciate you guys. Okay. Couple more to cut, and then we'll start sewing. Oh, if you guys don't have these are the best. I got the smaller ones because I have really small hands, so they're not the super long ones, but they're the Kai 7205. They cut like butter. They're so awesome. What time is it? 4? I'll probably get off here in like 45 minutes or so, because I have to take my daughter to volleyball, I think. What day is it? Is it Wednesday? Maybe not. I don't know if she has, I don't think she has it tonight actually. So, I guess it all depends on if my husband wants me to get off, because he'll usually come in here and check on me. Because you guys know me, I can be on a live for hours and not even know. It's literally like Vegas in here. I don't know ever what time it is. I need to get a big clock, but I also don't want one. Alright, now I'm done cutting for today. I'm gonna move you guys now. I think I'm actually gonna put you on my tripod. So I'm gonna turn you around so you don't have to look at. And I'm gonna put you guys over here on this tripod. How's that angle? Of course, I love sharing with you guys. Can you guys hear me over here? I have this like alien in the way over here. Sorry. I'll be over there soon. I call it an alien because it's got all these things hanging out over it. So I'm putting on the stabilizer right now to all the rompers that I just cut out. I like to do that first so I don't have to like sit down and then get back up. So once that's done, then I go ahead and I'm gonna move this somewhere I'm not gonna spill it, which is dicey. So put it in here so it doesn't get knocked over. These are going to go over here. Talking to myself again. Line all that up. So I pre-cut all of these so I don't have to cut them as I go. I took the time yesterday to cut everything. I had to cut these. I had to cut sticky back. I had to cut my cloud cover. I don't use tender touch, I use cloud cover. So this is my black and my white. So I had to do that, and now I'll be prepped for, I do it like once a week. I try to do it on Mondays, but that doesn't always happen. Today it was a Tuesday, so close enough. Hey Michelle, hey Kelly. Some designs for my Etsy shop while watching you, but it is 11:10 p.m. in the UK now, so I'm off to bed. I will watch the rest of the replay. Good night, everyone. Good night, Kelly. Thank you for being here with us. Does anybody have plans this weekend? What is it, President's Day weekend? My husband's taking me to, let me see if I can say it right. Puerto Vallarta? I can never say it. So that's where we're going on Friday, and we'll be back Monday. What size do you cut the cloud cover? So I made my own, because I use my 8x9 mighty hoop for pretty much all of my birthday shirts and embroidery shirts. So with that being said, all of my designs are like around 8 inches. So I made myself a template and I rounded the corners. So I basically make it 8x8 and then I round the corners. So this is on like just like thick card, like the magazine paper files. I don't know what they're called, but it's thick. And I actually have a acrylic template coming, but I just make myself my own template and I just cut out a bunch of them at one time. And it works, it covers the design perfectly, leaving like a 1/2 inch around the whole side of the design each time I do it. So it's the perfect size. And if I do like a onesie, a smaller one, I just fold it in fours on that single one and just cut it a little bit smaller. I don't do a lot of baby onesies, so it doesn't really affect the ones that I've already cut out. Awesome. Got one more after this. You're welcome. It just saves time instead of having to do it each shirt that you're doing. I just feel like if you take the time to make a bunch of them at one time, I just heat it, I pull this out right here, and then I just grab it because they fit in this little thing perfectly. So I have, you can see I do like the black and the white, so I have them each like this. So when I go to pull them out, they're just ready to go. Same thing with the stabilizer that I'm putting on right now. I pre-cut it. It's like 1.5 inches by 1.5 inches. It's not perfect, but I try to stay around that size because that pretty much works for all sizes. But I just cut a bunch out and put it in my little bin up here, and then that just goes. Because if I were to cut it out one at a time, like every time I go to do a romper, that would take forever. So I'm all about saving time. Thank you. Yeah, I'm super excited to go. It's been a while since we've been on a vacation, just the two of us, so we're pretty excited. And then also just to sit there and relax, because I know I just got back off of vacation mode from holidays, but it wasn't really vacation because we were all sick the whole time. And so I didn't get to do anything in the shop that I had planned on doing. So that's a bummer, but it is what it is. But good news, my AC unit is in. It's not in, but we have it. We just need to have the electrician now put it in. So one step closer to having it, because it's about to start getting hot here soon. In no time, it'll be summer again. that part's over. So romper, 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 leggings, leggings, bummies. So let's do leggings and bummies first because they're super easy. Put the rompers over here so they're out of my way. And let's see, is this one is done, and that is also a romper. Put that over here. You guys, I talk to myself all the time. So bummies, bummies, leggings, leggings. Okay, we're good. Let me put this over here. Get myself situated. This before we start. This is what I do every day before I start. I open this up, I check my oil level, which it looks good inside of here. I just recently cleaned it, so I don't need to vacuum it yet. That looks pretty good, but this oil level, I got these on Amazon. I don't know if you can see it. But they're the bottles with the little needle tip on it. I really like them. Make it easy and less messy, I guess you could say. So I use these. I got a huge gallon of oil. This is all oil. Ooh, I just cracked my back. But then I just, you always want to make sure this is full. And then the only other thing I do is I oil this little guy in here. And I oil this guy right here. And that's it. I still need to sand this because it's kind of rough right there, but it's fine. But my dad raised the table for me, so my legs aren't like right on top of it anymore, and it's super comfortable. Also, whatever we did to the pedals really worked because now it's like, whew, super fast. You guys know me, I order scissors like it's going out of style, so I've gotten a few new pair of scissors since my last live. I'm trying everything out. I got this little magnet thing right here, so I have my scissors right here. These little scissors are awesome. They're also the rainbow ones, but they're just, I got two different kinds actually. I got these ones. They're little rainbow like snippers. These ones were like for these, so it's kind of pricey for a little pair of snippers, but they are heavy duty. Like they are very sturdy. They're not, they feel thicker than like my other ones that I had. So they're nice. Also, these little rainbow ones, they are, I wanted another pair like this. I love these ones. These ones have been my go-to scissor since I have been sewing pretty much. Where did that come from? Oh, that's an eyeball. From my son's little, I remember his little stuffy. He's like, my eyeball fell off. Can you fix it? So I'm like, go put it in the shop. And he just put it here. And I was like, what is that? And I just remembered. But anyway, I got a pair of these to go on each of my sewing machines. So I don't know if I like them or not yet. I do like these ones, the bigger ones. But we'll see. I don't know. It takes me a while to find a scissor I like. So. Hey Teresa, welcome from Australia. Okay, we are ready. Enough talking. Sorry guys, I talk a lot. Also, another one that hasn't sold very late often, and now it's all of a sudden like really, really selling. It's just this like plain blue one, but it looks kind of like a jean material. It's like a distressed jean looking fabric. It's super cute, and I really liked it when I got it. It wasn't a top seller, and all of a sudden now it's like a big hit. I don't know why, but Etsy does that a lot. You'll sell it, and then it won't sell for a really long time. And then it'll start selling again. So I like to chain stitch. I don't know if that's the right terminology, but I don't like to cut, go, I just like to sew like one order all the items, and then I go after that and do the next one and the next one. I've just always done that since I've had to sew like a lot of like the same items, since I used to do markets and I was in a store locally, so it's just like faster for me to do that. And then I know like this is all one order, so then I'm gonna go like that and move on to the next one. And for me, it's just faster that way. And then all the bodies are sewn together, and then I just go through and cut all the strings and then attach everything. So for me, that's faster. I don't know, everyone has like their own opinion on how to do inventory, I guess, but that's how I do it. And it's just, you gotta figure out what way is the best way for you and what works for you. So that works for me. When did you start your sewing business? So technically I started sewing in, let's see, almost 2017, when my son was, I guess, almost 1. But I didn't like professionally start my Etsy. If you look on my Etsy, I think it says 2016 or 2017. I'm not really sure what it says, honestly. I have no idea. But professionally, like really into my business and stuff, I would say 2018. So for like 4 years, I've been doing this, like professionally, like focused on it. I'd say since I've been in this house, because at my old house, I wasn't like, I didn't have a shop. I was working in my master bedroom. We had a little like coffee nook area like in our bedroom. And I used that to sew in, and it was just for hobby. It wasn't really a business at that time. So we've been at this house for 4 years now. My son just turned 4, and we moved in here when I was pregnant with him, like 6 months pregnant. So that being said, I really started my business after we moved here because then I had the garage space, and I started out literally just using that back table over there that my other sewing machine's on. It had like, it's the workbench area that's in every like garage. So I had that as like my work desk, and then it gradually, like I built the table, the cutting table. It was half that size, and then I made it bigger. And then I just started like growing. And then I literally only had this area right here, and then I expanded. Remember when I had the ping pong table? If any of you guys are people that have been following me for a while, if you remember the ping pong table I had, I got rid of that, and then I got these new tables in here, cabinets. So it's just kind of been like one thing after another expanding. Just adding stuff here and there. Little baby cuffs. I love them. They're so tiny. Do you guys have any questions for me? I'm just sitting here. Hey Angela, how long does one piece take you start to finish? It depends on what item. So like leggings, bummies, rompers. Leggings take me from, if I were to just sit here and do a pair of leggings from start to finish, it would take me maybe 10 minutes. Like they're so fast. Bummies, same, 10 minutes. They're so quick. Rompers have 4 pieces plus the cuffs to put on, so they're a little bit more intricate. Rompers take me probably like 20 minutes, start to finish. So, but I never do them one at a time. I always do them in bulk. So, I mean, if I were to just sit here and do all these like start to finish, it'd probably take me a good hour, I guess, to get all of these done at one time. But I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 6 or 7 rompers over there to do, which would take me a couple hours to do because they take a long time. So it just depends. Yeah, leggings and bummies are so easy and they're such big sellers. So really, really fast, easy money. They take little fabric. Like these are size 3 to 6 and they take like nothing. Like they're so tiny. And then their little cuffs, like they're super tiny. So, and then all you do is put the elastic waistband on and you're good. Bummies, same thing. They're so easy. And the bummies are even faster because it's all fabric. There's no elastic. So those even are faster. There's like a fly in here. So then I just go and cut all the strings off. And then what I do is flip my cuffs out all at the same time. That way I'm not doing one at a time because that takes even longer. Oh my gosh, what the heck? But I found it easier to chainsew, like one after the other, because it's just faster. Especially if you're doing inventory for shops or markets or anything like that. When I used to do markets, oh my gosh, all the clothing that you had to make over and over and over again, I just did so many. So you just learn how to do it like super fast. So this is a pair of bummies, like just the body and then the 2 cuffs and then the waistband. And you just, I fold them all, flip them all in right side out, attach them and sew it on. So it's not very time consuming at all. What is time consuming is like the shirts that I've just recently launched. Those, I love making them. They're so fun, but they take me a little bit longer to make because you have to hem it, and hemming takes a little bit longer. Because, I mean, at least the way that I do it, because, I don't know, I'm sure there are different ways to do it, but the way that I do it takes me a little bit of time. But I love it, and they're super cute, so I do it. this part is, it is what it is, you have to do it, but does take time. I think all in all, if you like sew it, stop, cut it, sew it, stop, cut it, or if you just do it this way and cut it all at the end, it's all the same. I think it's just, to me, psychologically, this way is faster, I guess, because all the body pieces are sewn already, and I don't have to sew those. So it just depends on how you want to do it. What they need to do is come out with a serger that has an automatic freaking cutter, because they don't have that, at least not one that I know of. And it would be so much faster if you had a cutter, so you don't have to cut all these strings off. Who agrees? Like, come on. Can somebody please invent that? Okay. So, with these ones, they're non-directional, so that makes it easy. I don't have to worry about which way goes which way because there's no pattern. It's just one way. Let's see, I'm missing a lot. Yeah, but you get faster as you go. You're super fast at embroidery, so like way faster than I can be. So did the serger come with the table? Yeah, this came with the table. My dad actually sanded some of it down because they don't sand it very good. And he raised it for me because it was literally like sitting on my legs. So it was super uncomfortable to sew with. But he raised it and now it's amazing. So yeah, it does come with it though. The rompers are so quick and easy. I get faster by each one. Yeah, they're super, super easy. They're just more time consuming than like other clothing. Do you still partner with the retailer to make inventory for them? I'm currently not in the shop locally anymore. She closed the shop down because of COVID and it wasn't like very beneficial. So she closed it and I'm no longer in there, and quite frankly I'm just enjoying like not having to make so much inventory on top of my website and stuff. So it's nice to not be in one right now. I might think about it later on, but for right now I'm not. It was a lot because I would have my orders from Etsy on top of my website orders, and then on top of inventory, and then wholesale orders. It's just a lot. So it's nice to just kind of chill for a little bit. But I do wholesale for like my nursing pads and stuff like that. So that keeps me busy. She's not responding this time. Can't hear you. You can't hear me? I was like, oh no. How much faster is Spoonflower with rush orders? So if you do a rush order with Spoonflower, it takes like a week. If you do it regular, it's like 2 weeks. So, I mean, it is pretty fast if you do a rush order. It's way more expensive. I've had to do it a couple times on my mistake on my end, thinking I had the fabric and I didn't have enough. So I've had to do like a really rush order. So it's expensive, but I mean, I think everyone has to do it every now and then. Angela, I had to do it for you. If you're still on here, I had to do it for you one time. I remember. I was like, ah! But Spoonflower is expensive no matter what. So if you're new to making leggings or bummies or anything with cuffs, the way that I do it is I never flip the bodies right side out. I always leave them inside out because that's how I sew them, that's how I construct them and put them together. So the way that I've trained myself is cuffs, no matter what you're putting them on, Whether it's the shirts that I've just recently launched, or the bummies, or the leggings, or the rompers, whatever you're making and you have a cuff, the cuffs always go, if you're looking at them and the raw edges are facing up towards the sky, they're always facing the right way, like right side to you, facing the right way. The print is always the right way. Waistbands, whether they're on your bell bottoms or your bummies or your leggings, if you have a yoga waistband, anything that has to do with a waistband or a neckline, if you have it on a shirt, those are always upside down when you're looking at them. So raw edges facing up towards the sky, always. That's how I do it. That's how I train myself. And the print is upside down when you're looking at it. So that's how I always know how to put a cuff on and a neckline or waistband. So it's confusing at first, but if you train yourself like over and over and over again how to do it, it is super easy. So cuffs are always right side. The print is always facing the right way. Waistbands and necklines are always upside down when you're looking at them. I did not anticipate selling out so fast. Won't make that mistake again. I hope. Smithler rush orders are 120. Ouch. 120? What? I don't think I paid 120. That's crazy. That's a lot. Maybe mine wasn't a rush order then. I don't know. That's a lot. So this is the part that takes the longest for me, is just quartering out your stuff, making sure it's like nice and good, making sure your pattern's the right way, upside down, right side up, and then constructing it. So I like to put them all together first. Again, it takes time to go through each one and put them all together, but then once they're all put together, then you can sew them all and they're all finished all at the same time. So it's just whatever like you prefer doing. Sometimes, I mean, I do it different ways all the time. It just depends on how many items like I have in front of me. If I only have like 2 of them, then I'll do them one at a time, like separate. But if I have a bunch of them, then this is the way that I usually do it if I have a lot at one time. Seems like it's taking a while, but then at the end you're finished with all of them at the same time. It's literally just like embroidery. Like if you have your machines running all at the same time, you feel like it's like never ending, and then all of a sudden they're all done at the same time. So instead of finishing one shirt, you finish, well, 3, because I have 3 machines. So depends on how many you have. Can you show what you mean about the cuffs? Okay, yeah. So I'm doing a cuff right now that is directional. So when I do the cuffs, so I'm going to pin it. So I always pin it. So this is my serged seam. So I always pin it right there because that is always going in the inside crotch area or inside seam, whatever you want to call it. And then I always make like a straight down right here. So it's nice and even. And as I'm doing that, I'm noticing that this is a directional print. So the tiger is upside down, right? This is the raw edge. This is the nice cuff folded edge, right? So for me, I've trained myself to always look at my cuff as if this was the child's leg right here. This is going to be sewn to the body piece. You want this piece showing on the leg. So I always have my raw edges facing up towards the ceiling. And that's how I've trained myself. So if you think about it that way, when you're looking at the cuff and the raw edges are facing up, you want this print to be facing the right way. So it's upside down right now. So just flip it right side up or inside out, however you want to call that. Now, when the raw edges are facing up towards the ceiling, there's no tiger on that side. You can tell that my tiger is now facing the right way. It's not upside down. So that's what I mean about facing upside down, facing the wrong way. So cuffs are always going to be, if you have a directional print, looking at it, they want to be facing the right way. If it's upside down when you're looking at it, you need to flip them the other way. So that is how I do it. And that's with the body piece being inside out. So if the body, so here's the body piece. So say this is the cuff for my leggings. I never flip them right side out. I always leave them inside out as I sew them. So I attach my cuffs like this, obviously the right way and in there, but I never flip my body piece right side out when I'm sewing it. So everyone does it differently, but if you sew your body pieces and put your cuffs on the way that I do, this is how I do it. So the waistband, pretend this is the waistband. The waistbands are opposite. So if you have a yoga waistband or any waistband that you're putting on, or like this collar right here that you're going to be putting on a shirt, if you're doing the shirts like the Dolman shirt that I made has a collar on it, any collar or waistband is going to be the opposite way. So when you're looking at it, it's going to be upside down. So waistbands and necklines, collars are upside down. Arm cuffs, anything like a cuff, like arm cuffs, cuffs for leggings, cuffs for bummies, rompers, anything with a cuff is going to be not like this. They're going to be right side up. So your print is going to be facing the right way. I hope that I explained that well. It's super confusing. It took me a while to get, but once you train yourself to do that over and over again, I actually wrote it down and put it in front of me so that I knew waistbands are upside down, cuffs are right side up. So however you want to remember it, make a note, because, and then obviously once you do it more and more and more, it'll just come natural. I'm tempted to pay their annual fee for free shipping. Haven't really checked it in done enough. Oh, Angela, I totally paid that, and it's really worth it. I never pay for shipping. And it, like I said, that one time I had to rush it. I think it was like $35 or something to rush it. So it's definitely worth it to pay for the annual if you're ordering spoon flour on a regular basis, like me. That's all I use is spoon flour. So I would recommend it if you are. I did get a coupon code and I'm nothing smart for shipping these out. Nice, yeah. Any coupon codes for spoon flour? Always take advantage of their 20% off. They just had one. So yeah, always take advantage of that. And also when I put my waistbands on, like my yoga waistband, I place them on here. I'll show you up close. So my body piece is upside down, right? So if it's laying on the table like this, it's upside down, or I'm sorry, inside out. I don't flip them right side out. So this is my waistband upside down. I have my cuffs quartering each side, and I lay it on top. I know that this is the center mark on my back side, and then I can always see my center line right here where it is. I don't mark it or anything. I just eyeball it because I've been doing it so long, I know. So then what I do is you put the waistband inside of the body piece like this. So it's gonna go like that. And then this is the center. I mark the center on this one. And then here's the back, and I mark the center on the back. I do those two pieces, and then I do the same for the side. I line my clip up with the side of my side seam. I do that on both sides, and that's how you get your quarter pieces on your waistband attached to your body. Do that the same with leggings, bummies, anything with a waistband. Same thing with the elastic waistband as well. Thank you, Kathy. Thanks for being here while you're at your day job. I don't know how I always have like more information each time I do a live. I'm like, I feel like I talk and talk and talk on each one, and somehow I still have more to say each time. There's just a lot to know about business and sewing and crafting and all the good stuff. So, for my waistbands, what size are these? 6 to 9 and 3 to 6. Okay. So these ones, I come over to this machine. I always like to sew my circle first. I zigzag right here I do like 2 or 3 zigzags on this machine right here. I'm gonna do that real quick. And then it just makes it quicker to sew the pants together at the end, so I don't have to get up at that point. Sorry if that's loud, it's like right below you guys. Okay. So, I do the same thing. If you pretend like this is the same waistband as like what I just did, I just quarter it out. Pull it down. There. Do the same thing with this one. I always struggle with getting the waistband the right way up with the pattern. I used to struggle in the beginning too, and I'm like, why do I keep getting this wrong every time? And so that's when I made that note of, okay, whenever it turned out right, I paid attention to which way I did it. And then that's how I just kind of, in my mind each time, I was like, okay, they're opposite of each other. One of them is upside down and one of them is not. So I just kind of kept doing it over and over and over again. So like now I'm doing a cuff, and I know cuffs have to be the right way. I don't know, it's very tricky because you would think that the waistband would be too, but it's not. likes me in at like 5:30 so that we can eat, spend some time together before the kids have to go to bath and all that. And then we read, do the whole family thing, eat dinner, and then I come back out here after they go to bed. So, maybe I'll go live again tonight so I have company. Because I do have to finish these. I have, what's today? It's today Wednesday, so I have Wednesday, the rest of tonight, I have tomorrow, and basically that's it to get all these out. So, I mean, they're pretty fast, it's just time consuming, I guess. So, the elastic waistband is opposite. This is going to confuse you guys even more. So the elastic waistband I put on the outside of the pants, not the inside. So I'll show you once I put this on what I mean. And sorry for all of you who are on here who know exactly what to do and you're like, I already know how to do that. There are a few people on here that don't know how to do it. So I appreciate you guys being patient with the other people. Or with me, I should say, without repeating myself over and over and over and over again each time. Okay, so when you do elastic waistband, it goes on the outside of the pants. Remember the yoga waistband I just showed you went on the inside of the pants or bummy? Elastic, if you're sewing an elastic, it goes on the outside. And the way that I remember that is if you put it on and then you go to like fold it over, you want your elastic waistband to be covered. If I were to put the elastic waistband on the inside and fold it over, you'd be able to see the elastic on the outside. So if you're confused when you're putting it on, flip your waist like that, as if you were to like look at your tag or whatever. And if you can see the elastic, it's on wrong. So then flip it the other way. That's how I taught myself. Because one time I put it on the inside and then I went to go sew the waistband or put my tag in and it was on wrong. So that's how you can tell. If you flip it out and then it covers, you're good to go. Of course, Angela, it's so much work, and I mean, I'm still learning after all these years. But what I've done is just kept doing stuff, being active with it every day. Same thing with the website. Like, you can't just sit there and let it marinate and not expect to like have something done with it. Like, you have to like do stuff. So. And Etsy is very weird with that. Like, you have to be active on there or they're not going to show you. I don't know. It's a game they play with you, but I have no issue with Etsy. I think it's a very awesome platform to have alongside of a website because it's not free because you pay for it. But Etsy markets it themselves, and I think in that all in all is just amazing because everyone that knows Etsy shops on there. Like, it's just a site to go to look up stuff. It's kind of like an Amazon. Like, you need something, you go to Amazon, you find it. You want something crafty, you go to Etsy. Like, people look at Etsy all the time, and you don't have to like market yourself. They market for you. So that's pretty cool. So here's the story for you guys. My son had an MRI this morning at Phoenix Children's Hospital, and I'm in there with him as he's waking up. And in the background, I hear one of the like administrative people talking about how they just started an Etsy shop. I heard the word Etsy and I was like, what? I turn around and I'm listening, being nosy. And she's like, yeah, I just started my Etsy shop. I make, the polymer clay earrings. So She's like, I've only sold a family lately, but I just started my Etsy shop. I know it's a lot of work. I only have like, I don't know, she said like 25 or 30 listings, so she's working on them, blah, blah, blah. So the whole thing, and I'm just like, I wanted so badly to like go over there and talk to her, but I didn't because I was holding my son as he was waking up, so. But I just thought it was really cool, like anyone you meet, like out of a random place is like, I don't know, Etsy's just huge, so I think it's pretty cool. Okay, so here's where I just start sewing again. And you remove the what, Evelyn? I think it got cut off. I just started my new shop late January. I honestly thought it would take months to get sales because you hear that so often. The cutting from the serger. Thank you, Cece. Have a good day, night. I don't know what it is for you, but whatever it is, thanks for being here. I did not remove my cutter, so I use the cutter on here. And if I don't need to use the cutter, I just move my fabric over so it doesn't get cut. So, like with these cuffs, I don't want too much to cut. I want just a little bit to get cut, so I know exactly like where to put it, just to cut a little bit off. Just to get that clean mark. I have a little magnet underneath here that I stick that on. I haven't seen that machine before. Is that the industrial serger? Yes, Nero, hello. This is my industrial Juki that I love so much. It's new. I got it like in November, December, something like that. I can't remember. But I love it. makes waistbands and cuffs a dream compared to the other machines. Remember when I would jump because it would break a needle, or I would think it would break a needle every time I would do a cuff? This goes over it like nothing. And like I can show you how clean. This is a dark fabric, so you can see like on here, this is where it would bunch up on my other machine and like break the needle. And it goes over it like so smooth right there and just cuts the straightest line on it. And it doesn't break. It doesn't do anything like the other machine. It just eats it. How much fabric do you order for doing your samples? Do you list them and then wait to see if they sell before ordering more of those patterns? Is my phone being fuzzy on you guys, or is it just me over here? It's very quiet, Nero. It's so quiet. So when I do all of my sample patterns, I usually order like 3 to 4 yards of fabric. And then after I do my sample and launch it, I usually order more because they start selling right away. I kind of eyeball it, I guess, because I never know if they're gonna be a hit or not. So I start off with 5 yards always. I don't know why that number, but that's just what I do. And then once I start like getting orders for that specific print, I then put my big order in. And then it just kind of goes from there. So there's not really a, I guess, I don't wait and see if it's gonna sell. I just kind of, in my mind, I have a mindset that it's gonna sell. So I just get it. And I don't know, that's just how it's always been. I do my samples and then I sell it. So like my Valentine's lunch, I had to order a couple times because I didn't know how it was going to sell or how many orders I would get. So that was my first time doing a pre-order like I did. And then I ended up just doing the pre-order and then doing all those and getting them out on the 7th. Like I said, I was going to get them all out on. And then I kept it up still, and they're still up right now too. People are still ordering them because they're cute fabric that you don't have to wear them just for Valentine's Day. So I try to pick prints that like are like seasonal, but then you could also use them for whatever too. Like they're cute, so you can use them all year round. So I try to pick prints like that so that if I do have extra, then I can still use it. It's not going to be just like put away. So I don't know. It's hard to tell like other like people who have their own businesses like how much to order because I don't really know what, like everything you're making and stuff. So for me, I just know that if I order 4 yards of fabric, it's going to get me all my samples made plus a little bit extra. And then I can kind of see like what people are wanting because sometimes one item, say like my romper is very popular in like my carrot print. Bummies are super popular in my raccoon print. Like it just is like, but I can also get a ton more raccoon out of romper or out of bummies than I can out of rompers because rompers are a ton more fabric. So and that all depends too on what they're ordering. I hope I'm making sense. But yes, this machine very quiet. Even when I'm going fast.
Time to transition from coffee.
Huh?
Time to transition from coffee.
I'm not done with my coffee yet.
Well, that's okay.
What?
Looks like it's on delay.
Well, sometimes it does that. So let's see here. Thank you, Alicia. Birthday twin. It's almost her birthday. My little guy right here just had his birthday. He's a Valentine's baby. He just turned 4.
Yeah.
You say hi?
Hi.
Cheers.
Cheers. Get it over.
Hi.
That's pretty good.
It's
Yeah.
so good. Which one is that?
I don't know. I think it's a gift from, I think it says cheers on
There
it.
it is. Okay.
So,
Okay, cool. Maybe it was just mine.
um,
I'm gonna get off here at like, what time is it? 5?
it's 5:20.
Okay.
Yeah, what time are you thinking?
Um,
I'm shooting for dinner between 5:45 and 6. So does that work for you?
Yeah.
Like 25 minutes?
Yep.
Okay.
because I'm gonna finish this and then do those 2 and then,
Is
I'm
this
gonna
the
come back out later and finish.
making good progress?
I just have to do those up there too.
Is this the eye for hands?
Yes. I know, I went over to that machine, I was like, what is this? I'm like, that looks like an eye, so then I have to explain to everybody what it was, because that didn't sound good.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't sound great. All right. Say bye, Mom.
Bye, Mom.
Bye, love you.
I love you. I got it. I'm so lonely.
You're the older? Thank you.
It's almost my birthday. I know. I think everyone's birthdays are coming up. Well, everyone that I know anyway. April is a big month, I feel like, for birthdays. Come on, get out. This is my husband's way of telling me to come inside. He's like, come on, time to, did you hear him? He's like, time to move on from coffee. I'm like, I'm not done with my coffee yet though. I drink my coffee slow. I like to sip on it. He's like, it's wine time. Come on. Oh, thank you guys. Yeah, he's so handsome. Even when he was like passed out today at the hospital, they were like, he's so handsome. Nothing's wrong with him. He just had to have his MRI checkup to make sure he's healthy and nothing's going on. So if you guys pray, please pray for him that we get good news. If you're new here and you don't know what I'm talking about, my son has what's called, it's a genetic disorder, although nobody genetically in my family that we know of has this, but none of us ever got tested either. So it's supposed to be a genetic disorder, but it could also be a gene that mutated, so we're not really sure. None of us wanted to get tested because we're all good. I don't really want to know if I have it at almost 40 years old, so we decided to skip that. But it's called neurofibromatosis, and it's basically just a genetic disorder, like I said, And so he has to get MRIs done. This was his very first one, so it was kind of nerve-wracking. But he did great. And it was this morning. I had to be there at 5 o'clock check-in time. So it was a pretty early morning for us. So he's been pretty loopy all day. But we should know in like 48 hours his results. He had his eye, he had to go to the ophthalmologist yesterday and he has to get his eyes checked because with NF, they have like, I don't know if I think they're called nodules behind their retina or their eye, and they can form a different, I don't even know what they call it, but basically he can start like losing his vision and he has to get checked up on every 6 months, I believe, for his eyes. And at this point in his age, most patients who have NF have already either needed glasses or need glasses at this time, and other stuff like surgeries or whatever else that goes with it. But we went to the doctor yesterday and they called us back already and said that he's perfect, basically. His eyesight's perfect, he doesn't have anything that they can see, he's doing great. So hopefully his MRI is the same way. So please pray for him. He's my little baby. And that's why when you see me putting my little logo tags on my clothing, on the opposite side it has like NF, Cure NF on there. Because my brand basically represents him, and that's like what gave me the motivation to start my business and everything. So I have that on all of my tags. Neurofibromatosis does not have a cure, so on my tag it says Cure NF. I try to donate to the foundation whenever I can, and that's why like for NF month, I believe it's in May, I do, like last year, remember when I did a live on making the shirt and I screwed it up? But I try to do something fun each year. So this year I think I'm gonna do something a little different. I'm not really exactly sure what I want to do yet, but I'm gonna start figuring it out, and then anything that I sell from that product that I'm doing for NF, I'm going to donate to the foundation. So I'm going to really start and focus on that this year. I think that'll be fun and exciting to do. I kind of want to get him involved in it somehow. I don't know how, but something fun. Hi Cynthia, I'm just working on some orders because my husband and I are going out of town this weekend and I wanted to get them out. All of them that are due up into, I think the 22nd or 23rd, I was wanting to get out so I wouldn't have to rush to get them done when we got back. So, just trying to get them out of the way so I don't have to think about it when I'm gone. But I'm just making clothes. We started off with cutting and now I'm doing sewing them up. So I'm doing bummies right now and leggings, and then I'm going to work on rompers later on tonight. So I'll probably come back on live later tonight. I have this like rhythm with lives where like I don't do a live for a really long time and then I'll go live and then I'll go live again either twice in one day or 3 days in a row. But I hate like starting something on a live and not being able to finish it. So I think that's like my OCD that kicks in and I'm like, okay, I gotta finish this. So what I'm starting right now, I probably will get back on a live later tonight and finish it out because I have all those rompers to do over there. And I need to put the tags on these, do some waistbands, stuff like that, just the end results of stuff that I hate just like leaving. So I'll probably get back on later tonight and finish. If you guys are all gonna be around, or if any of you are gonna be around. Alicia, are you still on here? If so, how are you liking your toner printer? I don't know if you've done an update on it or not. There is this like little fly in here that won't leave me alone. Loving it. I did a video a couple of weeks ago. Okay, I need to watch it. I haven't watched it. Sorry, I have not been on YouTube at all. I've been, so you weren't on earlier, so I was telling them that I found this company on Etsy to do all of my patterns in acrylics. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So I've been working on basically tracing all of my designs to send to them so that they can make my patterns in acrylic for me. So it's an investment, but what isn't when you have your own business, right? But it's going to save me so much time cutting because they're going to be thick acrylics. I won't be able to like mess up or anything like that. I'm just so excited. So I've been focusing on that. So I sent her like all my bummies and my new bell bottoms that I have. I sent her my like random patterns like my lovey pattern, my headbands, stuff like that, like all my cuffs. Lots of tracing. So it's taken me a while. So I've been focused on that. And I've just been focused on, obviously the Valentine's launch kept me super busy. So that was good. But now that that's over, I'm now focused on Easter. That's coming up. I get my new prints next week, I believe. So I'm really excited about that. I can't wait to show you guys. It's so cute. And that's that. So I'm gonna grab, so these are done. Let's put these over here. So all I have to do now is put the tags on the bummies and then sew the waistbands on the leggings for now. So like I said, it feels like it takes a while, but then how long was that? Like an hour, and I got done basically 1, 2, 3, 4 pairs of bummies and 3 leggings, I think. Let me check. But yeah, they all get done at the same time when you do it like that. So it feels like it takes a while, but it goes by pretty quick. So I'm just gonna get these prepped and prepared. So I'm gonna take all of them out of here. Just line, like set them up. I like things done a certain way, like, or else I'm like, I'm all everywhere. So I can't like mess them up because I need to know what sizes are what. So these go together, and let's see. These are the same size, so that doesn't matter. And then these are all the same size. So 3 to 6, 6 to 9, 10 to 18. You guys, I'm so weird. I like to have it like in a certain order. So these are all 6 to 9, 6 to 9, 6 to 9, 6 to 9, 18 to 24. Okay. So I do my smallest to my biggest. And then that way I'm not confused. Let's see. What are you guys talking about? Are you thinking about getting one? What? Let's throw something up. I've been trying to figure out how to do my patterns the best way. Currently they're printed out and taped together. So what I was doing was using the acrylic, the clear acrylic, not acrylic, the clear vinyl, the marine vinyl that I got off of Amazon. I have a huge roll of it and I loved it, but I just wanted something like hard and thicker so that I wouldn't like have to always randomly like redo the patterns. So, and I'm not tech savvy, so I didn't know how to like upload it and send it to someone or anything. And I found this company that said that I can literally just, I don't have to cut them out or anything. I could just trace it and send them to her. It's a super secure, like she's really nice, and I trusted her with my patterns because you guys know I make my own patterns and stuff. And so anyway, long story short, I found her. I've traced out my patterns. I've sent them in. It's a chunk of money, but it's going to be so worth it. I'm super excited. She's also going to etch each one of them so I don't have to write or put tags on anything. It's going to literally just be, I'll show you guys them when I get them, but it'll have like the stretch on it. So each thing that I traced, I wrote exactly on the pattern what I wanted to be on there. So it'll say the stretch, where the stretch is. It'll say the, you know, romper front piece or romper back piece, romper liner back, romper liner front, like everything that I want on there, I wrote on the traced paper. And I got this whole bolt of Pellin tracing paper off of, actually my husband went to Joann's and got it for me. They have it on Amazon, but it wasn't going to get here quick enough and I wanted to start the process. So he ran to Joann's and got it. So yeah, I'm super excited about that. She's going to drill or cut a hole in it. I sent her the hooks that I'm using so that it could be the exact size, so that I can hang them and not have to worry about them like laying on top of each other or whatever. So I'm just gonna hang them like one by one. It's gonna be great. I'm so excited. So. Yeah, Alicia, I can give you her information. Angela, I think that might have been me because I label everything with my label maker, but I don't know. It could have been anybody. Also, if you don't have a label maker and you want to use a pen that doesn't smear, the Arteza, I believe, I have them right here. You can get them on Amazon because I get everything on Amazon. These pens are amazing. They're these ones, and they are waterproof, smear proof, quick drying. They're permanent, fine tip. I use the red one basically only, but they dry super quick. They're better than a Sharpie. They don't smear. So if you want a good pen to label stuff, if you don't have a label maker, Arteza or Arteza, whatever they're called. So those pens are great. But I have a little tiny brother label maker that I use on all my stuff. Would you mind sharing this store? I want to see their work. Yeah, I can't remember their name off the top of my head because it's new to me. It's like Paper something, Paper Studio or something like that. Here, I can check right now. Give me a sec. Give me 1 second. How do let's see here. Let me see if this, let's see here if this works. Nope, hold on. There we go. Tell her I sent you there, please, so she knows. Maybe we'll get discounts, who knows. I believe it was you, Sarah. Great idea, I love it. I stepped away and didn't hear it. No question. When would you predict is your slowest season or quiet time or time of year? Just curious if you have any questions. Let me see. Honestly, probably like right after the like Christmas. So like right now is slower than normal. I wouldn't say it's like super slow, but after everyone's shopping for Christmas and stuff, but then everyone gets right into like Valentine's Day was huge. So I don't know. I wouldn't even say now, I guess, because that was big. Maybe for me, because I don't do like Mardi Gras or anything like that. So maybe that's my slow time. I'm not really sure. I haven't thought about it. That's something I'm going to think about actually, because I need to figure something out. I don't do Mardi Gras because I don't live in New Orleans and I don't know much about it. So it would be weird for me, I think. I don't know. But maybe that's my slow time. When is that? Like next month? It's coming up, I think. Yeah, the marine vinyl, you got that. It's huge. So Bev, I got it and I liked it just because it's clear, because it was the closest thing to acrylic, the clear stuff. And I had gotten the stuff at Joann's in the quilter section, but that stuff slides around a lot, and I liked the vinyl because it stuck to the fabric, it didn't slide, but it was easily cut through if you like missed or like slipped or whatever. So like my brother cut into the patterns a lot, so I've had to redo a lot of them. So that's when I decided to go with the acrylic. So I think the acrylic is like just next level, I guess. I am still here. Wonder if my host could cut the acrylic. Straight lines, no problem, but not sure about the curves. Yeah, so I originally, what I did was ordered all my cuffs and my headband patterns from this lady. And then when they came, I left her a review and then I messaged her and I was like, thank you so much. These are awesome. I wish I could find a company that could cut my patterns out, but they have curves like for the armpits and stuff. And she's like, oh, we would love to help you. We can definitely do that for you if you want to send over your patterns. And I'm like, well, I'm not tech savvy. I don't know how to do that. And then that was when we got into the conversation of, well, you can just send them to me, send them to this address, blah, blah, blah. So then we got into like lots of conversations about it. So that's how I found out for her. So sometimes you just have to like talk about it, I guess. I don't know. But I have so many patterns for her to do. yeah, so on some of mine, Bev, I put the little like circle, I don't know if they're like silicone circles that are non-sliding. I put them underneath. I did the same thing for my quilters stuff. I put it on there too. But yeah, I'm not a fan of it. I just liked it because it was clear. But get you some acrylics. Honestly, before I found this company, I searched and searched and searched for like rulers for my headbands. I searched for like rulers that were the exact size I needed, but rulers are expensive. And so that's when I got on Etsy and I was like, oh, maybe Etsy will have like a clear ruler that's like this size. And then that's how I found that company. But she sells other stuff too. Like she sells like patterns, like face mask patterns that are already like cut in the acrylic. So she sells other stuff. I don't know exactly what, but I just went straight to the acrylic. Oh, so in the beginning, when I would do that with the vinyl, the marine vinyl, I used the markers, the Arteza markers, and I would go along the edges of my pattern on the vinyl just so that I knew where I was cutting because it's clear and you can't see it. So like if this was my pattern, I would take my marker and I would do like a line right here and down, and I just basically traced it. And then that way I would see it when I was cutting. So if you don't have, like, if you don't want to buy the acrylics, that's something you can do too, to be able to see it. It just helped me to see where I was going, because if you guys know me, you know my eyesight is not that great, so. I can hear them playing outside. They're cute. So this machine, I just want to show you guys, no matter how many layers I put in it, I think it has like automatic tension. I don't know if that's what you want to call it, but this is one layer, and look at how like it does it so nicely, like one layer. I don't know if you can see that. And then when I do 2 layers, I don't have anything right now to show you for 2 layers. Well, I guess I can show you these. This is like my cuffs, which is, let's see where the seam is. This is 1, 2, 4 layers, and then this is 2 layers, but see how even it is, like all the way around, whether it's thicker, thinner, or even 1 layer that I just showed you, no matter what, it stitches out perfect. It's like a dream machine. But do you guys have any questions for me? I'm gonna go ahead and jump off for now because my husband wants me to come in with him and do dinner and with the kids. But I will probably get back on live tonight when I come back out here because I want to finish these, finish those, and I have a lot of stuff to do before we go this weekend. So I'm super tired, so I need company while I work tonight because if I don't, then I just kind of lag. But if I'm on a live, I have to keep talking, so it'll keep me awake to work. So if you guys are around later, I'll be back on. Okay, good, that link worked. Or did you, I don't know if you checked it or not, but hopefully it worked. Okay guys, I'm gonna hop off for now. You finished your shirt? Send me a picture. But thank you guys all for joining me. It was so good to be live again. I'll probably be back on later, so give me a couple hours. I'll be back out here like 8:15. So if you're around, I'll be live. Thank you guys, bye. I have to check out on my phone. I thought it was on my computer. Bye guys, thank you guys so much for being here.